Hi guys, hello everyone, and welcome back to English Harmony video blog. I'm Robbie, and I'm a fluency expert, an English fluency expert. And obviously, some people, and to be more specific, it's a commentator called Dry Dead, right? Some people reckon that I'm not an expert. And there's been a little commotion going on this particular video I published last night, which is an interview with one of my students, Sergi from Catalonia, right? And then Dry Dead pointed out that I made a mistake during that video where I said so much more fluent. In fact, I should have said so much more fluently, right? It's a mistake, yeah. So he was laughing at that fact that an English fluency expert made such a terrible mistake, right? Here's the thing, Dry Dead. I responded to many of your comments before. I was trying to get through to you. I was trying to convey the message that, in my reckoning, an expert is not necessarily someone who's perfect at it. For me, an expert is someone who helps other people and does a good job at it, and is capable of bringing out the best in other people as learners, right? For example, this computer course I'm attending right now, okay? I'm not a very technical guy, and personally, I go to the teacher and I go to smarter guys in the class to ask for advice. But despite all that, I'm quite capable of helping other guys with certain things, right? Other guys who mightn't be as knowledgeable as me at that stuff, right? So, in those terms, I would call myself an expert because I'm capable of helping those guys. So, I would say that there's different levels of experts, right? There's probably the ultimate expert who possesses the entire knowledge that is out there in the field, right? And then there's lower level experts, but expert is anyone, and that's the way I perceive the word expert, right? It's any person who can help you with something that you struggle with, okay? I don't know something about the car engine, for example, and I ask some guy who knows more about it than me. He gives me practical advice. I apply that advice in real life. It works. For me, that guy is an expert. And I'll pass that guy's name on to anyone else who asks me, do I know someone who's good with fixing car engines? Because that guy helped me, and that makes him an expert. If you don't agree with that, well, what can I say? Seriously, you just have to accept the fact that everyone is not the same, right? There's plenty of different opinions, and what you think is an expert isn't necessarily what other people believe to be an expert, okay? So I don't really understand what's your problem with the word expert. Or, yeah, your problem is, according to your further comments, and there's plenty of them, and I'm not gonna go into the very detail because I'm gonna go nuts trying to do that, right? But your problem basically is, let me read it. Let me find it first. Yeah, basically Dry Dead is saying that he's protesting because I'm misleading naive people who give me their money thinking that I'm an expert, but I'm not. Dry Dead, you're a liar. You are lying. I don't mislead naive people. My blog, my videos, my products, my services, it's all for people who've spent long years trying to learn the English language the traditional way, right? They're quite good at understanding, their comprehension is quite well developed, they're good at reading, writing, but they can't speak well. Those people aren't naive. Those people are desperate, right? And they're desperately trying to find a way of developing their fluency, okay? And I'm giving them the right tools to achieve that. And there's nothing bad about it. It's not misleading. I don't understand why you have the notion that I'm misleading people into something. Have you even, well, obviously you haven't purchased my product and you don't know what it's all about, the English Harmony system, right? That system consists of plenty of videos where people are required to repeat, memorize, and use specific phrases and sentences, and it works. And I have plenty of feedback. I'm receiving emails on a regular basis, and people are thanking me for that particular product because it has helped them to improve their fluency. Okay? So, I don't really see, I don't understand where you're coming from on this. You just have this perception conceived in your head that I'm somehow cutting people out of their money or something, but it's not the case. Anyone who is not happy with my product, for example, and if they ask for their money back, I just give it back to them because there's a 60-day money-back guarantee, and for whatever reason, someone mightn't be happy with the product, I just give the money back to them. And they're happy, and people like that, and it's no problem. It's not a problem for me. Therefore, you can't make a completely misleading claim that someone gives me their money and I would be somehow the bad person here. If anyone feels bad about having given me their money, I just give it back to them. They just have to let me know, okay? And the rest of them are happily using the product. And they're getting better at it. And my own fluency, my own ability, the fact that I'm making a few mistakes here and there has nothing to do with the fact that those people are using the product. It has nothing to do with the quality of the product. First of all, you mightn't realize, because you're a native English speaker, you mightn't realize the fact that when we foreigners speak, yeah, we might make a few mistakes here and there, but when we write, it's a completely different story altogether. Reading, writing, and speaking are two different... You see? So now I'm hesitating, so I'm not an expert, right? I didn't know right off the top of my head how to say two different sides of the same coin, right? So that makes me a total loser, right? I can't speak English fluently and all these things, right? Each to their own. If you think that, good luck with that. You can, obviously I'm not going to change I'm not going to change your opinion of me, okay? And I'm not even trying to convince you. You can stick to your guns, you can obviously, and you will, I know for a fact that you will keep thinking the same way you keep thinking. But where was I coming from? What was I saying? Oh yeah. Just because I speak with mistakes doesn't mean that I'm not aware of the right way of saying those things. And if you were bothered reading my blog for a while, you would discover that every single article is polished to perfection, okay? And it's all the collocations and phraseology is highlighted so that my blog visitors can actually make use of them and do their spoken English practice and all that. Okay, and I'm helping people, and I'm getting plenty of positive feedback, and people are thanking me for it, and it works, and that's the proof. Actions speak louder than words. I could claim myself being an expert, and it would be just an empty sound if not for those people's feedback. And one of these days I will actually publish a blog post where I'm gonna talk about how spoken English self-practice actually does work, and it works, for sure. Its efficiency has been confirmed by so many people, and I will put all those people's testimonials up on that blog post and all that, right? And it's one of the what you call it, cornerstones of the English Harmony philosophy. You have to be speaking with yourself to develop your fluency, and there's nothing scientific about it. This is just common sense. You have to speak in order to develop your oral fluency. And me calling myself an expert, I'm just leading by an example. I'm speaking, I'm developing, yeah, I'm still working on my fluency. I've never claimed that I've achieved mastery of the language. I've never said that. So half of these things right there that you're posting on the blog, on the video, the YouTube here are lies, total outright lies. I've never said that I've mastered the English language. I've always emphasized the fact that yes, I'm still making mistakes, but that's the way it is. That's how true fluency development is supposed to happen. You don't have to be afraid of making mistakes. But what you, Dry Dead, what you're doing is you're actually instilling the sense of inferiority in my fellow foreign English speakers here. And thanks, guys, for stepping in and fighting for the cause, and I really appreciate it, and it's one of the reasons why I'm actually recording this video. If not for all those responses, I wouldn't have bothered, because a couple of days ago I decided from here on out I'm gonna ignore all negative feedback, and there's no point in trying to waste my time and effort and mental energy dealing with these negative comments and all this criticism if it's not, what's the word, constructive criticism, which in this case it's totally not, right? It's not constructive criticism. And yeah, that's what I decided at that time. But now seeing that other people are chiming in and trying to kind of argue and reason with Dry Dead, I just couldn't stay away from it, and I had to record this video to put all the entire matter to bed once and for all, and tell you, Dry Dead, that you're a troll. What you're doing is you're trolling. You mightn't agree with something, yeah, okay, you have your opinion. You're fully entitled to it, right? But you can't just come in here and start accusing me of things that I'm not doing. I've never said that I'm a complete master of the English language. The word expert, right, can be interpreted in many ways. You think that an expert is someone who's flawless, who's perfect. I, on the other hand, right, I believe that an expert is someone who's knowledgeable enough, who's skillful enough in order to help others with that particular skill or knowledge. In this case, it's skill. Spoken English is a 100% practical skill, and I know all the strategies and methods and techniques that work in order to develop the fluency. And I don't have to be perfect myself, right? And I've been repeating this thing ad nauseum, and I'm not going to repeat it again. I actually recorded one video where I touched upon this subject, and then I responded to your comments multiple times, and I just see that this message is not hammering home, so why would I be repeating myself like a broken record? And you know what, Dry Dead? I'm feeling very uncomfortable reading your comments. It feels like you are attacking me personally. It's like a personal vendetta against me. Just my mere existence is pissing you off by the looks of it. So I'm sitting here, putting up my videos on YouTube, writing my blog articles, working with my students, and I'm feeling quite content because I'm happy about helping other people. I love receiving positive feedback, and I think we have a good thing going here. And then you jump in with making all these false accusations and calling me a wannabe expert and not a real expert, and you just wouldn't leave us. And why? I just don't get it. You were here once, second time, for the third time, and now it seems that you're deriving satisfaction from just coming here and offending people. Why? I just don't get it. So please, leave us alone. If you don't like what we have going on here, just go elsewhere. Do the thing that you love doing. Why would you be pursuing some guy on YouTube that you hate and just keep posting bad comments about him? I just don't get it. So this is it. I've said everything there is to say. And guys, everyone else, right, my dear fellow foreign English speakers, I think it'd be a good idea just to leave Dry Dead to his own. If he posts something, just ignore him, because responding to his comments doesn't serve any purpose at this stage. It just agitates the whole thing further, right? So there's no point in that. All right. Cheers. That's my daily coffee. to give me the boost to deal with issues such as this one, right? Okay. Best of luck with everything, guys, and chat to you soon.